today. It's the National Football League. It's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. Now, this will make it into the end zone. They had no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Seahawks. Time for that offense and quarterback Russell Wilson to go to work.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point right down the middle.
Makes the score Cardinals.
And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly.
Wilson's pass.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 66 yards.
I can remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
From the 41, Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Wilson's pass.
Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
complete to number.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
A 41-yard.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Murray to air it out again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Down at the 37-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Here's Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
The kicker on for the
A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
is good.
Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 55 yards. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Seahawks, nothing.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And to give this time to the tailback. And the Seahawks are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
The tackle made at the
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
is good.
So that drive of 4 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. Fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The football going back over to Arizona now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Why are we doing this?
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
To throw, it's Murray. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Orlando Brown guilty of the infraction there. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's going to try and go deep again. And got his man complete. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 48 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Well, he's definitely a big target out there, listed at 6'4", and he used every one of those extra inches to go up and make that catch.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 13 on the Seahawks' 47-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13. Murray looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the ball is knocked out, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Number 31.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try to run for it, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's James. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Kenny Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the 1st half. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
First down, Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
From the contact.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Mack Wilson showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second.
And they'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 31. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing left side, it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 15-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Another carry.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Murray to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Short of the goal line.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Murray now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Number 84.
A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it's in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Operating from the gun. Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
2nd and 9.
Now it's Wilson. Throw left side complete. It's James.
Wilson's pass.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Cardinals to take over. Trying to erase the memory of last week when they dropped one to the Minnesota Vikings. They're in the driver's seat right now with the lead. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw is Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5.
Murray's pass complete to number 87.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown
from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't come before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Good. Makes the score Cardinals 28. Seahawks 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Seattle.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. And that'll set them back 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Burke. And he's got some space here. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A huge play there for Arizona. 41 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. So you got the lead here in the 2nd half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
So on the big tight end, hold it.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Murray. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. Like they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
For the extra point.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This one fielded at the 5. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Operating from the gun, Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray, escaping the pressure right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Ball carried by
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
It's a gain of 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
To number 84.
From 10 yards out. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
The kicker on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This will make it into the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Short throw to Disley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And 7 at the 28
From the gun, Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Wilson will throw again. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 12-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
They'll take over first.
Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Burke. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
Ball carrier.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. The Cardinals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
The tackle made.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
It's 2nd down.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 2nd down now, it's Burke. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Murray's pass.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Murray now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 3rd.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll contain him to just 4. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Intercepted by the Cardinals. They'll take over 1st and 10. At their own 44.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Murray's pass. Intercepted. So Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.